Hey guys, I am back and I am ready to start posting videos again and creating juicy content. So let's get into it. Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. I am Sweet D, your showgirl on the go, and it has been a while. Y'all, it has been a crazy year. I can't believe it's October already. So today I want to do kind of like an update of what's been going on, kind of like little short stories about all my travels, and we're gonna do a Ulta haul. So yeah, let's get into it. If you want to like grab something to drink or snack on or cozy up on the couch, or whatever it is that is going to make you feel ready to sit back and take a listen. All right, let's do it. All right, guys. So, like I said, I have been traveling everywhere this year. It just so happened that everything kind of fell like one thing after another. So my summer flew by so fast. I hope everyone had an amazing summer. I hope everybody is having an amazing fall. It just started. I am ready. This is my first time in Maine during the fall and going to be winter, which I'm a little nervous about. I grew up in Texas. I lived in San Diego. I lived in Hawaii. I'm used to hot weather, even in the fall and the winter time. So I'm a little bit nervous, even though I did go through a Rhode Island winter. Everybody's telling me it's different. So I'm excited, but a little nervous at the same time. But right now we're having beautiful fall weather. Today was gorgeous. It was like 72. It's been like in the 50s, 60s, but today decided to be a little bit warmer and I'm living for it. So had to take advantage, had to go out and just enjoy the day. So my first trip I had was to New York. So a friend of mine came to visit me. She actually lived in Maine for a while and now she lives in San Diego. So she came out to Maine to visit some family and we got together and we decided just to go to New York. We were just like, let's do it. So that was my first trip was to New York. So we got a plane, but it got canceled. And so we said, like, screw it. Let's just drive. It was about a 5 or 6 hour drive. It was beautiful. It was fun. We get there, we, park the car in a garage and we just had a blast. We didn't have any plans. We just went where the wind took us. We did have a reservation at Serendipity, and which was nice. We sat at the table from the movie accidentally, and we were like, "Oh my god!" it was pretty awesome. But other than that, we just we would like ask the waiters. We would ask different people about places to go, things to do. We got a lot of good things. A lot of good recommendations. We ended up going to this one restaurant on the water, on the Hudson waterfront, maybe. I can't remember. But it was so good. So good. And then we went to a speakeasy after that. That is, I believe, one of 2 original speakeasies in New York. And it's called the Back Room, I believe. And it is like in a shady alley. At first we were like, where are we going? And we found it. You open the door and it is like, you just got in a time machine. Everything is just so vintage and beautiful, and they serve the alcohol in teacups like they did in the 1920s. It was like one of my favorite parts of the trip. But yeah, we just walked around. We did some shopping, exploring. It was such a great, just kind of like on a whim trip. And I'm really glad I got to do that with her. We got to go to the plaza. We did the tea time. We dressed up and we had a beautiful brunch there. It was glorious. It was kind of like a bucket list thing for me. So I was really excited to do that. So that was my first big trip of the year after our move. I'm gonna kind of intermix my haul here, and she left from Jersey actually, and then I drove home by myself, and that was my first trip. So I decided to go to Ulta when I got back from Colorado, I believe it was. The last place I went to in this whirlwind trips of 2022. I just decided I needed some upgrades. I needed some refills, all that stuff, because on all my trips, of course, I took my toiletries and my makeup and like all that stuff. And I ran out, and I either ran out or I decided that I just wanted to try something else. Like it wasn't working for me anymore. I needed something new. So I kind of scoured YouTube. I kind of scoured Instagram and TikTok and everything, and just kind of seeing what was out there, recommendations. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to take a trip to Ulta, which is an hour away from me. So it is like a trip to get out there. I took a day. I was like, I want to take a day, go out to Portland, go to Ulta, and here's some of the things that I pulled. So first thing is the Recovery E Cucumber eye pads. I tried these a long time ago. I really liked them. I know you can just get a cucumber and do it that way, but this is infused with a bunch of other things, and they feel really nice on my eyes. They have aloe vera, vitamin E, green tea, things like that, and they look like cucumbers, which I think is adorable. And yeah, you just pop them right there on the eyes, take a bath, lay down, whatever you want, and soak up those good nutrients. So I really like these. I'm glad I remembered to pick some of these up because I've been out of them for a long time. I'm gonna do one more here before I go on to my next trip story. So I saw this Revolution Thick and Thin Liquid Eyeliner. I love liquid eyeliner. I have so many liquid eyeliners. I really need to go through them all and get rid of some. I'm pretty sure some have dried up by now. But I saw this and I really liked it because it has the thin and the thick liner. It's like a dual liner. And I really like that because I love being able to change up my look that easily. My favorite is the thicker liner. I have hooded eyes, so for me to kind of like fill in a lot of that space helps out a lot, which is why I like that thicker liner. I also like the liner pens a little bit better than like the ones that come in the screw tubes. I feel like it's just a little bit easier to put on, a little bit cleaner. I don't know. That's just me. So this is new to me. I have not tried this brand or this product before, so I excited about this. Okay, so my next trip was to Texas. So that is my hometown. I'm from Austin, Texas, born and raised. Everybody's like, oh my God, Austin, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but I knew it when. Tale as old as time, right? When your hometown kind of blows up and everybody moves there and everything just explodes. Every time I go back, I swear it looks different. It's not the same. I don't know, it's crazy to go back, but I go back every year, 1 to 2 times a year to visit my family, my parents, to take my little one to visit family and friends, and I just love visiting with all my friends. A lot of my BFFs live in Austin still, and so for July, I decided to go home for my little one's birthday and see the parents. And it was like from house to house to house to house. It was a lot of driving around. It's a lot of visiting when I'm there because I'm trying to get everybody in while I'm there. But I loved it. It was so hot. It was like record heat this summer. Everybody was telling me it's so hot, so hot. But I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm from there. I know it's hot. But it was hot. So we spent a lot of time at the swimming pool. Lots of time at the swimming pool. And that's pretty much what we did. Ate a lot of good food because that's what I do when I go back home. Spent time by the pool, visited family and friends, and then by the time I knew it, it was time to come back home for a very brief time because I had to unpack and repack for my next destination. All right, another thing I picked up at Ulta is this Pacifica Set and Protect Matte Sheer Setting Mist, Vitamin C and C Minerals, SPF Protection, Broad Spectrum. So I really like Pacifica. I can't say I love them just yet. I'm still kind of like about some of their stuff. Love some of their stuff. Some other stuff, not so much. So I was really hesitant to get this. I saw a couple of people on Instagram say they love this stuff. They can't believe it hasn't gone viral. that kind of stuff. And they had one left, and I decided to pick it up. Most of the time, I don't wear makeup. It's light coverage foundation, maybe. Most of the time, tinted moisturizer, a little bit of powder, eyeliner, blush, good to go. If that. I spend most of my time teaching dance, working out, training, so I'm always sweating, things like that. So I don't wear a lot of makeup unless I'm performing, unless I'm doing a photo shoot, or unless I'm trying to be a little bit more professional in what I'm doing. So if I'm doing a workshop or if I'm doing a massage gig, I like to, do it up a little bit more. But usually my heavier makeup, I do show days, photo shoot days. So this seemed like a good idea, just to be able to do the light moisturizer, the tinted moisturizer, powder, blush, blah, 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 and then spray this on. Set and protect. So it's got SPF in it, and it sets your makeup. The only reason I was hesitant about it is because I used to use a Pacifica product that pretty much read almost the same. It was an SPF serum. So it was like kind of a dual sunscreen serum. And I used that for the longest time. And I feel like one day it turned on my skin. Now, I'm not 100% sure that it was that product, but after a couple of times of my face flaring up after using it, I decided, you know what, I think I'm going to ditch this and try something else. I want to say it started about a year ago, July. I noticed my neck and face were starting to break out really badly, splotchy, hives. I thought it was heat rash because it was July. We had just gotten to Rhode Island. Our house didn't have air conditioning, and we were moving everything, so we were sweating. It was hot, so I thought it was heat rash. So I didn't think anything of it. But it wouldn't go away, and it went from my neck and then it started spreading up to my face, over my eyebrows, on my lids. So then I was like, okay, I'm having an allergic reaction to something. So I, went to food, of course, first, started eliminating some things, trying to do that. I went to a allergist, did allergy testing to see if there was foods that I had all of a sudden become allergic to or sensitive to. Came back negative. Everything was fine. I was completely confused. I didn't know what was causing it to happen, but it would last for about a week and a half. And my face would peel very badly. And I quit using it only because we went into the winter season and I wasn't outside a lot. And I know you're supposed to use sunscreen every day. I know that. But I wasn't using that particular product a ton. I wasn't going out a ton. And it was just wintertime. We were indoors a lot, just not really going anywhere. We were kind of snowed in. Then we went to Disney World for Christmas. And I decided to use it as my SPF because it is SPF 45 or 50. And nothing happened. Went about my day. And around 6 o'clock at night, I started scratching again. And I started feeling hot. And it started feeling splotchy. And I went back to the hotel room and my face and everything had broken out again. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I thought it had been the sushi bowl I had eaten. I was like, maybe there was something in, the sushi bowl. I don't know. But this time, my arm, my tattoo side arm, blew up as well. And I remember putting some of the same stuff on my face on my arm to, protect my tattoos. So that's when I kind of made the connection. I was like, maybe it's this one product that's doing that. So I quit using it. But then I busted it out again at the beginning of the summer. I remember I had it. I was out of something else I was using. And I was like, oh, perfect, whatever. Put it on my face. Went about my day. Fine. About 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it started happening again. And so I was like, oh my God, it has to be this it has to be this product. I can't think of anything else that is making me break out. I thought it was alcohol. I thought it was, like I said, a sudden reaction to food. My cats that I've had for 17 years. All these things ran through my brain. But I've come to the conclusion that that's what it was. I tossed it out after that, and I haven't used it since. And I started using Fenty Beauty's moisturizer SPF, and so far so good. It's been great. So I don't know if the Pacifica either was like it got old, you know what I mean? I didn't have the product that long, but I don't know if it just like went bad. So was it reacting with my face really well? I don't know if the sun was having some sort of reaction to the product itself and was causing my skin to like flare up and burn. I don't know if it was interacting with my makeup, because sometimes I wore tinted moisturizer, sometimes I wore full foundation, but either way it was doing it either way. So I don't know if it was interacting with my makeup. I don't know. I still don't know, but I do know since not using it, I haven't had a breakout. So that's why I'm a little hesitant. So we'll see. I'm a little scared, but we'll see. I will update you as I start to use it. So yes, so we got that. And what else do I have here? I have Allure, I hope I'm saying that right, London Line and Lash. So this is a lash adhesive pen. It's clear. They had a black one and a clear one. I got the clear one. So I actually got this not for false lashes, but for crystals, for rhinestones on the face. I was using NYX glue. I think they had like an adhesive something or other. I was using that for a while, but it was globbing up pretty badly when I would try to just use the tiniest amount. It was globbing up. And so I saw this on Instagram or TikTok. I can't remember. It wasn't this brand. It was just another adhesive pen. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try that because it looks so much easier, so much cleaner to use. Just boop, 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 dot it on. And then I use a rhinestone tool because I do rhinestone my costumes. So I just use the same tool for my face. I know a lot of people use tweezers, but it's easier for me to just pick it up with the rhinestone tool and put it right there on my face. So I'm super excited to use this. And yeah, it's supposed to go on clear, wear all day, secure hold. And I mean, who knows, I might use it for my lashes too. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on that as well. All right, let's talk about the next place I went to. Okay, so the next place I went to was Salem, Massachusetts for a retreat. But before I went there, I had to do a quick little pit stop in Florida, drop off the kiddo with grandma, and fly back to Maine. Oh, that was exhausting. It was supposed to be an in and out situation, but the planes ended up getting canceled. I had to stay in Orlando for like 4 hours before flying back at 5 a.m. Whew, yeah, it was pretty exhausting. But I had to do that, come back. I had 1 day to myself, the only day I've ever had to myself in a really long time, I feel like. I didn't know what to do with myself. So I just kicked it on the couch and rested because I was like, oh my God, so much travel, so much more travel to happen. So I'm going to just rest. The next day, I went back to the airport, picked up my friend, one of my BFFs from Texas. She came with me to the retreat. She stayed for, the night here in Maine. And then we drove to Providence the next day. She is an herbalist. She wanted to go check out a herbal shop in Providence that she follows on Instagram. She was hoping to meet the owner. I don't think she got to, but we went there. But while we were there, I was like, you know what? Let's do a spa day. There is a place called Bodhi Spa in Newport and Providence, Rhode Island. And I didn't want to drive all the way to Newport. That's the one I'd already been to. I was like, we're already in Providence. They have one here. Let's just do it here. And I love this place. It is like a normal spa, regular skincare, body work, things like that. But what makes them unique is they have this thing called the water journey. And it is a spa sauna kind of thing. They've got 2 hot tubs. They have a dry sauna, a wet sauna, an infrared sauna, and they have it on the wall like, you do this for 5 minutes and you go to this for 5 minutes and you go to this for 5 minutes. And they have a cold plunge tub too. I forgot about that. And so yeah, you start off with in the not so hot tub. You stay there for, 15 minutes. Go to the cold plunge tub. Then you get out and then you do the dry sauna. And you get out and you do the wet sauna. And you get out and you do, the hotter hot tub. And you do this, over and over again for as long as you want for 2 hours. You have a 2-hour time limit. And oh my God, it was heaven. I was exhausted. Afterwards, we got sushi and then I went straight to bed. I think it was 7:30. Straight to bed because then the next day we drove to Salem. And this is a retreat that I have been doing. This is my fourth retreat. The first two took place in Palm Springs. The last one was in New Orleans, and then this one was in Salem. It's called the Witch Retreat. So I call it a spiritual retreat, but it is very heavily rooted in different types of, I don't want to say witchcraft, but I guess so. Yeah, I guess that is like the best word for it, because we learn about different spell works and history and folklore, and we have professionals come in and give us lectures, and we take tours of the city, and she ties it all into a theme. And it is like the best thing that I have done for myself. I love them to death, and she does them in different places. I don't know what's going to be next year. She wants to do one international in like the next year or two, and I can't wait for that. But they're like the best retreats. Like, it's just something about, being with other like-minded women, feeling that energy, bouncing ideas off one another, sharing stories. You leave there like revived and inspired and motivated, and you learn so much, and you leave with so much swag because she loves putting together everything for us. She curates everything for us. She makes little boxes. She gives us, whatever work we're doing that day. Everything is specially curated for us and for our retreats, and they are so amazing. And I was so happy I was able to go to the one in Salem this year. I was scared I wasn't going to be able to, but we made it work out. And I convinced my friend to come with me, and she was so glad she did. She missed the one in New Orleans. And I was like, come to Salem next year. You will not be disappointed. And she had so much fun. She was so happy she came. And so that was a week. We were there from Monday through Friday. And then she left out of Boston, and I went back home to Maine. And on the way, picking up my kiddo and grandma as we drove back to Maine. And I had a one-day turnaround. I came home, had to unpack, repack, because then the next day I was off to San Diego. All right, let's look at two more things. I'm telling you, I got a haul. I never haul from I almost said Utah. I never haul from Ulta ever. I usually go and buy 1, 2, 3 products, but I never do a haul. But I went to town. I'm telling you what. All right, so this one was kind of just like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this. I really wasn't looking for it. I had a list. I was like, okay, I'm looking for a foundation. I'm looking for blah 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 blah. And this, I just saw it on the display, and I was like, oh my god, this is gorgeous. I need to get it. This was kind of a splurge for me. I was really trying to keep it like budget, balling on a budget. But I saw this on the display, and I was like, okay, I need this in my life. So this is Fenty Beauty. This is the Diamond Balm All Over Diamond Veil. So they had 2 colors. This one is the rose. Yeah, or rose. I guess it says rose. I forget what the other one is, but it's like it was like a whiter, like kind of crystally looking one. So this is more of like a peachy, rose gold. And I did one swipe on my hand when I was there, and man, it is like, I don't know if you can see it, the light might be drowning it out, but let me see if I can turn down my light just a little bit. It's kind of bright up in here. But it is gorgeous. You probably can't see it, but it is so gorgeous. It leaves like this beautiful glimmery sheen on you. And I saw, again, I like scouring TikTok and Instagram for inspo. Somebody did like a very kind of bold disco diva kind of look, silver, eyeshadow, silver like glitter lips, everything, crystals on the eyes. And she finished it off with like a powder like this. She just kind of dusted it across her face. And it looked so gorgeous. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I am going to recreate that look for myself. And yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. I wish you could see that. My light is a little too bright. See if I can adjust it some more. Why didn't y'all tell me my light was so bright? So yeah, that is the Fenty Diamond Balm. So that was like a little splurge for me. What's next in my bag of goodies? All right, so this is the IRL Filter Longwear Foundation by Revolution. I have never used Revolution Cosmetics. I hear about them all the time, you know, on social media. I don't know too much about them, but I always hear people raving about them. And this particular foundation came up a lot. So I was looking for something for stage. So I'm currently using Morphe, but I just wanted to try something else. It's not that it's not working. It's not that I don't like it. I just want to try something else. And if I don't like this one, then I'll just stick with the Morphe. It's like no big deal. But I was looking for something for stage. I was also looking, you know, for something maybe for day to day on the lighter side of things. I heard this was buildable. So we'll see with that one. I'm gonna try it. I mean, this was the last one they had in what I think is my shade. Side note, I never match my face, y'all. I cannot match my face. I have tried. I have done the tricks. I have done everything. And I always have such a hard time matching my shade. So hopefully this will work. I had people helping me too. I wasn't just like walking around Ulta like, ah. I had people help me. So let's see. We'll see, you guys. All right, so San Diego. Yes, the next day I went to San Diego, California. I lived in San Diego for about 8 years. A lot of my friends are still there, so I was so excited to see them. I hadn't seen them in a year. And I was specifically going for the Def Leppard Motley Crue Poison Pat Benatar concert. I bought those tickets in 2019 for the show that was supposed to happen in 2020, and it did not. It got postponed not once, but twice. So they were finally having it. I was already on the East Coast, but I was like, you know what? I am not letting those tickets go to waste. I am going because I got VIP. I splurged. I treated myself. And so I went. My husband was supposed to come with me. He unfortunately could not because of work. So I went by myself, and I took my friend. I was like, you want to go? She's like, sure. So we went. 12th row, VIP, next time. And to quote Joe Elliott, they will be a next time. I'm getting up to the front, you guys. I think this is my 9th or 10th Def Leppard concert. I've been seeing them since I was 11 years old. I fell in love with Def Leppard when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And I just love them. I have a Def Leppard tattoo back here. I just love Def Leppard. So I was like, I'm not missing this concert. So that's why I went. I rocked out. It was amazing. I mean, they never disappoint, you guys. If you've never seen a Def Leppard show, freaking go. They will rock your face off. And everybody else was great too. Motley Crue, Poison, I love them. Great, but no, Def Leppard, that's why I go. So after that, same thing, just visiting friends, going to the beach, like doing all the things. And my time went by so fast in San Diego, but I was so grateful that I was able to visit with all my friends, stuff my face. I can't get good burritos here. I can't get good breakfast tacos here. So when I'm in Texas and California, shoving it down my face. And so that's what I did. I ate all the good food, met with all the good friends, you know, got to sit on the beach for a little bit. And yeah, it was such a good time. Then it was time for me to come back home. And on my way to Loveland, Colorado. All right, what else do I have in my goodie bag here? I've got Truly Vegan Collagen Anti-Aging Facial Cleanser, Vegetable Collagen, Organic Jojoba Oil, Retinol, and Vitamin C Boost. So this is a facial cleanser by Truly. So I just started using Truly. So far, so good. I can't be like, I'm in love with them because I've only used like 2 of their products. And I haven't been really paying attention to whether it's doing what it says on the label. All I know is that it's not making my face break out. It's not making my body break out. So far, so good. Smells good. I love that they're, you know, vegan, non-cruel, you know, animal cruelty free, things like that. So I saw this there was a big display of Truly. I didn't know Ulta carried Truly. I was ordering straight from the website, but I saw that they were carrying Truly. They don't carry all the products, it looked like, because I was like, oh, they carry Truly, and I was looking for this one thing, and it wasn't there. It wasn't a label for it or anything, so I'm like, okay, maybe they just don't carry all the stuff. But I'm going to try this. I'm almost out of my Pacifica facial cleanser. See, I'm still using Pacifica facial cleanser in nothing, so I don't know, but I'm almost out of it, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to try something different. Let's see. Has anybody else used Truly facial cleansers? This one, I don't know why I got drawn to this one, the vegan collagen one. I'm not sure, because there was like, I think there was like 3 other kinds of facial cleansers, but that's the one I grabbed. I don't know. What else? Okay, this was another splurge for me, and this was this was pretty much the reason why I went to Ulta to begin with. You know what I mean? It's like the Target complex. Like, I go in for one item and then I walk out with like 17. So I specifically went to get this. So this is the Sunday Riley Pink Drink Firming Resurfacing Essence. So I bought the Sunday Riley like not beginner, but like sample kit of their morning routine stuff. It had the facial cleanser, it had the pink drink, it had like some retinol and some exfoliants and stuff like that. And then they came out with the night one. I don't know, the night one came first. I got the night one first, and then they came out with the morning one. But they both had the pink drink in it. And out of all of the products in the Sunday Riley kit, the pink drink is the one that I loved the most. My skin loved the most. Not trying to knock Sunday Riley. I just don't think my skin absorbs some of their stuff really well. I feel like it just sits on the surface of my face and it makes my face feel heavy. And I already have oily skin, and so it makes it feel more oily. And especially if I put makeup on top, it just feels so heavy and almost like this claustrophobic feeling on my face. And it really like pains me to say that because I really like the products, but I've tried them different ways. I've tried, putting them on different days, like not layering on so much, skipping days. Like somebody told me to do the Good Genes like every other day, so I did that. I even got I have a tool from Vanity Planet that's like a heat cold tool. So I would apply it, I would let it dry, and then I would put the heat tool on to see if you could like get into my face a little bit more, and it just wasn't doing anything. So I kind of was like, you know what, I guess their stuff just doesn't jam with my face, my face skin. So no worries, but the pink drink, my skin loved it. I love it. It's pink. I love pink. So like, why not? But this is really expensive for me. I don't usually drop a lot of cash on expensive skincare and beauty. I just don't. I like I said, balling on a budget, but can't help the price of this. I really like it, and I'm going to probably keep buying this. This was $49, I think, and this is the larger bottle at 1.7 ounces. They don't get bigger than this. In the kit, there was like a tiny bottle like this and one like this, and I'm gonna keep those bottles, and I'm gonna pour a little bit in there and like keep it with me for traveling and in my purse and stuff like that. So yeah, so the pink drink. And what else? All right, Pretty Fresh by ColourPop. So Pretty Fresh by ColourPop, this is their tinted moisturizer with hyaluronic acid in it. This was kind of a last minute purchase as well. I was specifically looking for the Fenty Beauty tinted moisturizer, but they were out. The sales girl was like, oh, like, we're sold out of it. I'm like, oh, okay, no worries. And she's like, but if you want to place an order with us, we can ship it to you. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And I was going to do that, but it's kind of like I want it now. I kind of want it right now. So I saw this. I love ColourPop. They're one of my favorite makeup brands. And I thought, you know what? I'll try it. Like, what's it going to hurt? So I love tinted moisturizers. Like I said, I don't wear a lot of makeup on the daily. It's usually tinted moisturizer and powder or just powder. So I'm going to give this a try and see how I like this one. It's got hyaluronic acid in it for hydration, healthy looking skin, coconut water for more hydration and skin softness. So We shall see. All right. What else? I'll do one more. And then this is the Benefit Cosmetics Bright On Concealer. So this is another brand that I don't use, that I've never used before. Benefit. So same thing, looking for different foundation, different concealer. Explained to the sales lady that I need something for stage and photo shoots, and I need something for everyday wear. So she had recommended this for, let me see if I have the right thing. Yeah, she had recommended this for brightening under the eyes for an everyday look, like a no makeup look. So I told her, I was like, I do, tinted moisturizer, some powder, some concealer, eyeliner. If I'm feeling saucy, I'll do my brows and put on some liquid eyeliner. And she's like, okay, cool. So she recommended this as like a eye brightener concealer, everyday wear. And I was like, sweet, I'm going to do one more because they kind of go hand in hand. She also recommended the Cakeless Concealer by Benefit as my concealer for stage and photo shoots. So she said, use this one for your everyday, brightens up the eye. She said, use this one and this one for stage and photo shoots. I was like, you got it, dude. So I'm going to try it. This is new to me, using them at the same time. It's this brand is new to me, so I hear good things about it too. So I'm excited to try it, and yeah, we'll see. All right, let's talk about Loveland. Okay, so this video is going on way longer than I thought, so I'm probably going to break it up into 2 parts. But Loveland, Colorado was my last stop. That is the last place I went to a couple weeks ago, and I went there for another BFF's wedding. So happy for her, so excited for this wedding. It was super small, super chill. It was beautiful. It was in a national forest in Wyoming. And then the reception was back in Loveland where they live. And oh, I just loved it. I just loved how like chill and simple and beautiful it was. And like we cried. But we have family that also lives in Loveland / Fort. No, they live in Fort Collins, so it's near Loveland. So same thing, had to do the runaround. The runaround. Family, visiting the family, doing all the things, driving everywhere. That was an exhausting weekend as well. We left here super late, which means we didn't get to Denver till midnight. Getting the rental car was a nightmare. There were like 100 people in line when I got to the counter. When I got to the car rental place, it looked like a Disney World ride. It was just like, whoop, 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 like that. I had my little one with me. He's exhausted. He's cranky. I'm cranky. By the time we get up to the counter and get on the road, it's 3 a.m. I don't get to Loveland until 4 a.m. because it is an hour and some change ride. And then I had to be up the next day at 8 o'clock to drop off the kiddo with the family and to meet my friend for her bachelorette party, which was the hike. We went for a hike and coffee and a little shopping. And go back, pick up the kiddo, split my time between the 2 families. And I told myself, I was like, I have to go to bed. I have to go to bed at 8 o'clock. I have to go to bed at 8 o'clock because I have to be up at 5 o'clock to do makeup, hair, get dressed, get to the place. And then it's an hour drive to Wyoming. And then there's the wedding. And then we come back, an hour drive back for the reception. And then I have to drive an hour back to Denver to drop the car off. And then our flight is at 5:30 in the morning, which means we have to wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning or like 2:30 in the morning to get to the airport. And the Denver airport is huge, massive lines. It's got the little tram that like takes you to the different terminals. And yeah, what a weekend. I was tired. I was exhausted from that one. I took like 2 days off when I got back home from that trip. So that was the last one, but I have one more trip, and I will tell you about that after these last bit of products. All right, my last 3 goodies out of my Ulta goodie bag. So this is the Essence Double Trouble Mascara. I've heard a lot of good things about this, that this is a good dupe for the MAC mascara. I can't remember which one it is, But I've heard a lot of good things about this. I've used one of their other mascaras and I loved it. So I'm going to try this one out. I don't think, is this a waterproof one? I don't think this is the waterproof one. They have two, I guess a non-waterproof and then a waterproof. I think the waterproof is blue. And this is extra black, the color extra black. I picked myself up some NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. Excited about this one. I love NYX. I used their last shadow base primer. Ran out of it. Like, I was like digging in it and there was like no more. I was like, okay, I need to get some new ones. But they don't make it anymore. It looks like it's discontinued. So I picked this up. I'm really excited about this, especially like this liner primer part. I know like you can use any primer to just right there on your lids, but I don't know. That just kind of drew me in. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because like I said, I have oily skin. I have super oily skin. So if I don't put a primer or base on my lids and then I do the liquid liner, at the end of the day, I've got the liner all up here. It never fails. It never fails. So I have to put on just a little bit of base primer and I'm fine. But sometimes I get lazy. But I'm excited to try that one. I don't know if this is, I think this is a specific color. This is medium, shade medium. I think there were 4 colors. So hopefully that one will work. And last on my list here is NYX retractable eyeliner. I love retractable eyeliners. I don't like pencils. They pull on my lid too much. It just, even with like the old school trick of like lighting it to, soften it up a little bit. Nah. So I like the retractables all the way. And this is in gray. So I have worn black eyeliner since I started wearing makeup. My mom has always worn blue eyeliner and blue mascara. And I always thought that was so weird. I never saw anyone else wear colored eyeliner or mascara on the daily, but that was like her go-to, blue eyeliner and blue mascara. And I was like, huh, cool, Mom. But I always wore black, blackety black all day long. I've got a drawer full of black eyeliners. Yes. But again, TikTok, I think this is where I found it. Somebody said gray eyeliner for brown eyes makes them pop. And she did like, black on one eye and gray on the other. And I was like, oh, it really does make it pop. So I'm going to try it myself. I'm going to try this gray eyeliner. I've tried brown eyeliner before. I even tried green eyeliner, but it's fun to do like the green and brown when I'm doing like eye looks, like big dramatic looks. But as my everyday liner, my black is my go-to. So I'm going to see if this is going to be my new go-to. And we'll see. I'll keep you updated. All right, let's talk about the next place and the last place I will be going to in 2022. The very last place I will be visiting in 2022 is Virginia Beach, Virginia, for yet another wedding. Another really good friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, is getting married, and she is doing it in Virginia Beach. I have never been to Virginia Beach. I have driven through Virginia multiple times, but I have never actually stayed in Virginia. So I'm excited to go there. It's going to be winter time, so I don't think I'll be able to party it up. Because isn't Virginia Beach kind of like a party place? But I'm going to be with my family too, so it's not party time. It's wedding time. So I'm excited to go to Virginia Beach. I'm excited to see her. I did see her in San Diego, so I did see her recently. But before that, it'd been a year since we went to Miami together. So I'm excited to see her in her dress, and everything's going to be so gorgeous, and I'm just super excited about that. And it's going to be a road trip. We are not flying. I am not getting on any more planes. I think I counted. I think I was on 19 planes this year. I don't want to go for 20. So I told my husband, I was like, when we were talking about, getting tickets and everything, he's like, why don't we just drive? And I was like, oh my God, you just blew my mind. He's like, because he just did that drive. That's where he's been for work, and he did that drive, and he was like, it's not that bad. I hate driving. I am not a driver. I love road trips. I hate driving. I will be a passenger. I'll sleep in the back seat. I don't like driving though. So I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. But you know what? No, I don't want to do any more plane rides. Tickets have gone up crazy expensive. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do it. Plus, we got 2 kitty cats. One of them needs medication on the daily. So it's just easier for us instead of boarding them and, them being scared and everything. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just throw them in the car. Let's go. No big deal. So we're going to road trip it. And we got to be back in time for the little one to finish up his school before Christmas break. And we're going to stay here for Christmas. We were going to go back home to Texas. But I'm tired. We're all tired. We've all been traveling. My husband's been gone for work for 3 months. He just got back yesterday. And we're just all tired. Plus, we just moved into our house, our brand new house we just bought. Brand new to us. It's been here for 22 years, but brand new to us. We just bought it. I told him, I said, can we just have our first Christmas in our house? Here in our house? He's like, I really like that idea. So we decided to just kick it here for Christmas, and we'll go visit our family next year. And yeah, so woo, that is my travel update of 2022. The little Ulta haul mixed in with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed my products that I picked up while at Ulta. And stay tuned, because now that I'm back and not traveling all over the place, I am getting the studio up and running again. If you don't know, I have an online studio, www.bodyandbooty.com. It takes you to the Booty Lounge. The Booty Lounge is my movement studio where you can find different styles of dance classes and then some. I'm adding some more stuff as we're going along here. But you can find all my dance classes online there. I'm working really hard to find a brick and mortar here in Maine to open up. It's like a big dream of mine, a really big goal of mine. So hopefully that will come to fruition in 2023, putting it out there, doing a little manifesting. And so yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm doing workshops in privates around Maine. I've got a couple of workshops coming up at the end of October in Bangor. And a show. I booked a show as well. Same weekend, same people. And that's October 29th. The workshops are on October 30th. And yeah, that's it. So like I said, I'm back. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, back into doing, videos and creating content and creating new routines and workshops and things like that. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, YouTube, for joining me. I know this video went a little long, so take a break. I hope you took a break. And, do it in little chunks. But thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys on the dance floor. Okay, bye.